I think of a lion who was raised in captivity. He was strong, he was well fed, he was protected. While he looked like a king, he had never hunted before. He had never fought, he had never struggled. When he was released into the wild, he chased prey, but he quit early. He entered fights, but he backed down, and he couldn't explain it. He had the size, he had the instinct, but he didn't have the nerve. And nerve is hard to teach, especially to those who had never had to find it. Without it, the lion never rose to dominance. In a recent post somewhere around June of 2023, ESPN ranked the degree of difficulty for 60 different sports, from hardest to easiest. It appears that each sport was given a score from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. They did this across 10 categories: endurance, strength, power, speed, agility, flexibility, nerve, durability, hand-eye coordination, and analytic aptitude. It appears that they arrived at a composite score by adding all of the scores together for each category for each sport. And then they ordered each of the sports from the highest, that's the hardest sport to play, to the lowest, that's the easiest sport to play. The highest ranked sport was boxing with a composite score of 72.38, with the highest of the 10 categories being nerve, and it scored at 8.88 out of 10. There were 12 other sports where nerve ranked the highest for that particular sport. Some of those sports are auto racing, rodeo, ski jumping, boxing, skiing in the alpines, surfing, horse racing. And auto racing had almost a 10 ranking for nerve. It was 9.88 out of 10. Bull riding was 9.5 out of 10, and ski jumping was 9 out of 10. Remember, this is them ranking nerve for those sports. I was able to conclude that according to the chart, nerve appears to be associated with danger. I could tell by the sports that had the higher ranking. In basketball, nerve would be a player's ability to remain focused and calm and be successfully aligned with the game plan under those tough circumstances. And that's despite of the reality that risk is a reality in this nerve category, and at any moment they could be seriously injured. Boxing is ranked number 1. And I understand why it is, because it's rated so high in the nerve category, and also has high scores built around things like endurance, which is 8.6, strength, which is 8.1, power, which is 8.6, and durability, which is 8.5. And considering that, let's turn our attention to basketball. Basketball is ranked 4th behind boxing. It's also behind ice hockey and football in the degree of difficulty. That's the overall composite ranking. Basketball has a composite score of 67.88. That's only 4.5 composite points behind number 1 boxing. And the most obvious difference is, again, between boxing and basketball is this individual category titled nerve. And for basketball, the nerve category has a mere score of 4.13. That's a difference of 4.75 from boxing. It begs the question, what are they saying? Is there no danger in basketball? No knockout punch? Is the pressure to win not great enough? They are saying very clearly, based on the result of these rankings, that the other sports require a lot of nerve and that you can still play basketball even if you don't have it. The truth is, you won't rise to the top of this sport without nerve, or any sport for that matter. And because this is the case, parents and trainers are forced to teach the nerve of the sport as well as teaching the skill portion of it.